It's June 3rd, 2025, and we are starting our day in Schefferville, Quebec, Canada, preparing to ride the train 357 miles south to the St. Lawrence at Sept-Iles. Schefferville is located on the border of Quebec and Newfoundland and Labrador. It's the northern terminus of the Tshiuetin Railway, and it's way up there. Schefferville isn't quite in the Arctic, but there's snow and ice here in June, and the environment sure isn't anything like New York, which we left behind 48 hours prior. Schefferville's origins go back to 1937, when geologist Joseph Arlington Reddy and Innu guide Matthew Andre discovered iron ore deposits near Knob Lake, which directly led to the formation of the Iron Ore Company of Canada in 1949. 5 years later, the Quebec North Shore and Labrador Railway arrived at the newly constructed Schefferville, and the town, one of the most remote company towns in the country, thrived on the business of iron ore.
All right, Adam, it is 7 o'clock, and it is a 40-minute walk there, and we need to be boarding at 7:45, so we are getting on the train back to Sept-Iles. Excuse me, I just had a great breakfast, way too fast. There is snow, as I discovered last night after being pummeled. Very good snow.
Many Innu indigenous people settled in Schefferville, seeing the town as offering a better future. Unfortunately for the Innu people of Schefferville, many of the promised jobs and services never materialized. The mine closed in 1982, and the town that once numbered 5,000 shrunk to a couple hundred. However, Schefferville is no longer on the decline. Since 2005, the First Nations of the region have owned and operated the railroad from Schefferville to Emeril, becoming the first of its kind in Canada. Mining operations in Schefferville would later resume, and now the town is beginning to bounce back. The current Schefferville train station was inaugurated in 2017, and its displays offer a glimpse into the indigenous culture and way of life. The train had to spin on the Y before we headed south, and the Tshiuetin employees graciously allowed us to watch the consist return to the platform, allowing us to get a good look at the EMD GP38-2 locomotive and the head-end generator and baggage cars. In addition to the equipment seen here, Tshiuetin also owns a few other EMD locomotives, including F40s, SD40s, and wide-cab Jeeps.
are on Tshiuetin southbound.
Yes. Finally.
Yeah, we got to watch them pulling in after winding the train. When do you think the last time someone rail fanned in Schefferville was?
The Tshiuetin passenger train is Schefferville's lifeline, and there's pretty much only two things that can bring operations to a halt: derailments and wildfires. Rolling south through Labrador, we see evidence of recent wildfires from 2024 and 2023. Despite high-risk conditions and an active wildfire near Churchill Falls, Labrador to the east, our trip remained fire-free. At Emeril, the southern terminus of the Tshiuetin, crews change over and some cargo and passengers do as well. Once we depart, we'll be heading down the Quebec North Shore and Labrador Wacouna Subdivision, weaving our way through a sea of loaded and empty ore trains and numerous track crews.
Train has stopped at Eric. It's very dark. Oh, there we go. Adam.
Oh, what?
It's very dark. I'm trying to use
over here.
What's the update here? Is there an update?
Eric is another hydropower location along the line, where hydro employees can catch a ride on the Tshiuetin to and from their work. Heading south into the big crew camp at May, it seemed like the work window had finally closed and a parade of empty and loaded trains was in store as we started down the Moisie River, 125 miles to go. At Waco, we get a great close-up look at one of QNSL's unique work trains, with a pair of SD40s on point. Most work trains on other railroads just carry the big stuff, while crews and the smaller pieces arrive by high rail. However, as you've probably figured out by now, traditional methods aren't really practical up here on the North Shore, and these work trains carry everything a work crew needs. At Arnaud Junction, we pass the nightly QNSL Manifest, which carries everything under the sun for Labrador City and a few intermediate stops. You won't find a train quite like this anywhere else in North America, except maybe Alaska or the Hudson Bay. We are now only 8 miles from our destination of Sept-Iles, where our 13-hour journey comes to a close. Day 3 of our 10 days on the North Shore.
We have made it back to Sept-Iles, back to the truck, which is somewhere over here.
We end the video where we started 40 hours ago, saying goodbye to the Tshiuetin and going back to our guest house for a short night of sleep before heading east to visit the Romaine River Railroad the following day. Thanks for watching, smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.